Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to our final Christmas card making tutorial of 2023. There's a lot happened this year and it's really nice to be back with you. And I wanted to wish you happy Christmas in the only way that I knew how. And that was to make the most spectacular shaker card to give you all, not physically, but as a Christmas tutorial. So happy Christmas. I hope you've got everything ready. I'm going to go through what I'm going to use and then a detailed description will be put on the YouTube where it says description or see more. I'll put a list on there of everything that I've used. Please feel free to comment. If you've got a question, please send it on Facebook. Ask me on Facebook because I can reply to you easier on Facebook. And I know it doesn't sound right that I say that I can't get back to you all on YouTube, but there's just so many comments. You're all so wonderful. But direct contact on Facebook is great and it just makes it easy for me. Click like if you like the video. Please share, because, you know, the more people we can help with their crafting, and, you know, whether they're a beginner or advanced, I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And pop it in your crafty groups. Okay, enough of that. Let's just craft. I'm going to be using the Anna Griffin Finishing School Snowflake Wonderland card making kit. We're going to use the dies from the kit and we're going to use the large outline die and then the slightly smaller ornate die. So those are our dies. You're also going to need some circle nesting dies. I've chosen 2 cards from the actual collection and I've changed how we're going to use them slightly. So you'll see more of that as we go along. But I've die cut a circle out of the main card. This is going to be our base card, which is this one, and the circle that I've die cut out, don't throw it away, use it as a gift tag, embellish your envelope with it, something like that, and then you can coordinate the whole look. If you add it to your envelope, it would look great. So I've taken the base card and I've die cut a circle. This could be any size, it just depends on how big you want your shaker to be. Now we're going to make the card in a slightly different order because, as you know, I'm normally quite prepared and this case being no exception, and I've taken the top of my foam pads away so it's a bit sticky for us to open up and start with the inside first. So all I'm going to do to protect it is I'm going to add a circle of acetate. Now this is thick acetate. I've die cut it using a larger circle than the circle we've cut out. And I want to explain about where my foam pads are. Because we're going to make a snowflake shaker, the snowflakes are quite large, they're not going to fall out. If we were using glitter or the snow effect that you can get, foam would be all the way around the edge to stop anything falling out. But in this instance, I can use large, thick 3D foam pads. So I'm simply going to take the acetate that I've die cut and I'm going to place it over the foam pads like so. There we go. So now I can safely work on the inside of the card. I'm going to take my bone folder and just make sure that's a nice sharp edge, as we always do. Even though it's from a card kit, we want it to look really professional and stand up perfectly. So I'm going to now go to the inside of my card. For this insert side, I have simply cut a face from one of the cards in the actual collection, in the card kit. I've trimmed it down, I've got flat tape on the back, My little arrow is for the direction that it should be placed in the card. It's a handy tip. Just use a pencil and then you'll know which way your cardstock or your paper should be. I haven't done anything apart from trim this. And I am just adding it to the centre of the card so we've got that nice edge around the card. So now we've got front and insert coordinating. I've got a tiny sentiment that I've actually peeled the back of the sentiment away. It was a sticker in the collection. I've taken the fancy snowflake section away, so I've just got the flat sentiment. I've added it double-sided tape on the back, and I am simply going to place that at the top over that snowflake. Okay, there we go. Because I want this section plain, because it's a shaker. You can add your messages here, but I don't want anything at the back of this. So now I can turn my attention to where we're going to make the shaker section. So I've already, you know I've cut the circle out, but I've already added flat tape around the edge. And now I can just peel the top of the flat tape away. And I've only used a thin tape. You know, normally I use, I think it's just over an inch thick for the tape for quickness. Well, I'm using a thin tape for this. Peel away the back of it, because now we're going to add our shaker section and some more acetate. There we go. Okay. So that's a nice seal around that edge. The first thing I'm going to do is take my snowflakes. Now these are the stickers that are in the actual card making kit. So I've taken different ones and two together, so they've got a front and a back, like so. There we go. I'm using silver and gold. Now this final one, I want to show you how I put them together. So we simply, because they're both stickers, we simply peel the back of them off for both of them, and peel the back of this one away. There we go. Just use your pokey tool if you need to. And then we're going to match up the edges like so. There we go. And then press it together and we've got a double-sided snowflake. So that one's going to go in our card as well, like that. I'm going to take another circle of acetate and I'm going to seal it in. So where we've got the tape around the edge, I'm going to put the acetate, press it down, there we go, and then going to take another card front from the kit. Well, I'm saying a card front, I've cut it into a card front, so I've trimmed the normal insert away. I've got flat tape on the back of it, and then I'm going to just position this in over the circle inside the card. So we've got a little bit of a gap, and I'm just going to match that up. There we go. Press that down. Now, I don't know about you, but I really like to finish things off to give them a little bit of a polished look. So I've cut out a circle within a circle of gold cardstock. So the circle just fits over the centre where we have our shaker. I've got flat tape on the back of it, and it will just sit over like that. And that's our inside finished. Now we're going to just finish off our outside, and already we can see our snowflakes shaking. So, but we need to cover this section up, and we need to just make it perfect. So next, this is where our die cutting comes in. I've taken the gold cardstock and used the outline die and cut the same size circle through the centre, and I've got 3D foam and flat tape on this. So this is going to simply sit over the centre. Now I'm just going to have to judge this the best I can, so if I don't marry this up properly, it's because I just cannot see. But I think that should be okay there. There we go. Let me just check. Then our next layer is the ornate layer. So I've cut this out in silver matte cardstock just for a different effect. I've got flat tape just on the inner side of it, and I'm just going to lay this over the top of our previous layer and try and marry it up a little bit and then press down. Next, another gold circle, because again I just want to finish it off to make sure that my edges are covered and it looks as, I said perfect earlier, as perfect as it can be. So I've got flat tape on the back, and I'm just going to add that to the centre, and I think that looks okay there. Press it down. Next, I've taken 2 of the snowflake stickers from the actual collection, from the actual card making kit, and I'm just going to place them to the side of our card like so, maybe one about there. And then I've also got a sentiment as well that I've just peeled the back away. I'm going to pop that just to one side between our snowflakes. Just tweak that a little bit. There we go. And to finish the card off, I've got a little gold bow that I'm just going to pop under our sentiment. There we go. And we can press it all down now because we're happy with the position everything's in. And that is our card finished. I think that is such a beautiful card. And you know what, looking at the back of it, looking through the acetate, we could actually use the circle that we've cut out and add it to the back. I think that would work really well, like so. And I don't have any tape with me, but I'm going to do that. When you see the pictures, I'm going to put that in there like that, because I think that just finishes it off perfectly. I love how those snowflakes shake. It's like magic. And anyone that receives that card is just going to be so happy. And they shake from the inside as well. So we've got our double-sided so you can see them. That's just a gorgeous Christmas card. It really is. I'm happy with how that turned out. I was very worried about showing you that one, actually. But I really hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you a little bit of an insight of what you can do with your card making kits. Take them to the next level. It doesn't have to be the Snowflake Wonderland kit. It could be any of them that you've got. Mix and match. Have fun with them. Have fun at Christmas. That's, ultimately what it's all about. Enjoy time with your family and your friends. And thank you so much for watching. Happy Christmas. See you in 2024.